Welcome back to Andertons TV. Thank you for joining me and Pete on this fine and sunny day.
Yeah.
Reverend, we've not featured Reverend on the channel for ages.
Yeah,
I think we managed to go the whole of 2022 without mentioning Reverend, which is sad.
It is.
Reverend, lovely people. Ken Hass, it's his kind of basic guitar business, and he works with a very talented luthier and engineer called Joe Naylor.
Yeah. He nails it.
Well known for designing various parts and pickups and circuits and stuff that you get on Reverend guitars.
Yeah.
So the new one is the Crosscut. I don't know if this is new for 2023 or if it came out right at the end of 22.
I'm not quite sure. He keeps putting stuff out, doesn't he?
Slips it in there.
He just slips it in
like
there.
A naughty Reverend.
Like a naughty new pedal.
So this is called the Crosscut. It is essentially their charger body shape. Do like Reverend. They do try to be different.
Yeah.
You know, they're not into just ripping off other classic designs. So the charger body shape. So you might be familiar with this body shape. So it's kind of single cut.
I like it.
Carina wood, which you may also hear called white limber. But Carina, I think, is probably the more familiar name. Yeah. Roasted maple necks, made in South Korea in the Mia factory with locking tuners and all kinds of stuff.
All the good stuff, man. All the good stuff.
So the new thing on the Crosscut are the pickups, which are the Reverend Railhammer Clean Cut.
Yeah.
Now, an interesting design here. So it's a split single coil. So you've got a rail style pickup under the bottom three strings, a conventional kind of, pole pieces under the top three strings, in this kind of split single coil vibe. So keeping that kind of more, they describe it as like a P90-ish kind of sound. Hopefully hum cancelling because of the design. Looks pretty funky. You've got this new designed, or new for Reverend anyway,
like a T-style
bridge where so the humbucker sits in, or the bridge humbucker sits inside the bridge. Other stuff that you'll be familiar with from Reverend guitars is their bass roll-off control, which is what this one up here does. Otherwise, you've just got a conventional three-way switch and tone and volume. Obviously no coil taps. There's nothing to tap as such here.
I have a question quickly before we go on. Please like and subscribe as well. Anyway, is that a bit like the the GNL pickups that are sort of an offset
I think
vibe?
So.
It could be that kind of vibe, but in a different box. You're just
spitballing.
I like it. Spitballing, literally.
We've got 4 different colours. I'm reasonably sure that these are the only 4 colours, but if there are more colours, they will appear magically on screen now.
Yeah,
you've obviously got 2 rosewood board ones.
Yeah, purple, and this sort of a metallic
metallic red burst.
Yeah, it's like a red burst. It's cool, isn't it? That's good colour.
Yeah, I like the binding.
Binding.
I've got like a translucent blonde colour here. My favourite date, translucent blondes. And like a surf green. It's good,
I
right?
like the 6-bolt.
Take us through some tones.
Be sure. Hang on. All right, let's start at the neck pickup then, and I'll roll this bass sort of knob straight all the way back. And when I add that in, check this out. I think for me, this when I'm playing on my own, which is all the time, by the way, I have nobody else to play with. It's really nice to have that extra thickness and fatness in your sound. Really
surprising how much it cleans it up. Doesn't really make it sound thin in the way you think it would with a bass roll-off.
Yeah, it's nice.
I wonder with distortion as well. I bet that's a great way of stopping the low end of the distortion becoming flubby and
low end, flubby low end. It happens, doesn't it?
Flubby low end.
Here's the middle.
My favourite comedian.
Here's the middle position
from the 80s.
great.
I really like.
It's great sounds in here, man.
Completely passive circuit as well, so it doesn't rely on a battery or anything like that. It's obviously a really simple component in there, but I don't know that I've seen any other brand of guitar doing it. Very clever.
Again, I'm going to hop back to the GNL because they've got that, on the.
You're right. They have got
a tone and a bass,
treble, haven't they?
You got treble and bass instead, and you add lots of bass.
Yeah.
I don't know because that's an active circuit they've got in there. So
not on the standard.
Yeah, on the Espada.
Yeah, but on the S500s and stuff, it's just a passive circuit. Yeah.
Okay, well let's try a bit of gain from the Dane. Oh, that's good, man! And that's rolled off. Almost makes it like a humbucker type.
It's still got the spank and the top end of a single coil pickup, but with a little bit, seemingly a bit more balls to it.
I like it. That's just a bit of low gain.
That's more Telecaster-y.
And then all the way up. That's great. And the bridge off. I really like that. Kind of. That almost works differently, doesn't it? It doesn't work like a mid controller.
A lot of tones.
Yeah. Try a bit high gain. There, now with the high gain, it's got that little bit of rumbly low end, but I now just turn that off. Yep.
I like
that was the green side of the protein, by the way, brown.
In terms of the feel,
wow.
My sort of take on this, again, it's got a very familiar feeling, sort of C-shaped carve to the back of the neck. I like the satin finish, roasted maple neck. I don't feel that they've really sort of given the factory any sort of instruction around rolling the fretboard, so it's got a kind of a pretty angled kind of edge to the fretboard. My personal preference is to have something a little bit more rolled.
You like bowl shape, like round.
But I've always liked the shape and vibe. I've got a double agent that I've had for years and years, which is another Reverend guitar. And again, it's just, I like it. I like what they try and do.
Good colour, this one.
Very cool colours. I think I like all three of the colours. Now, moving on. This is the second one.
We haven't done this before. We haven't done this guitar before.
Well, I think we may have done the first Billy Corgan, but he's obviously revised
it was a different shape.
His signature model with Reverend.
Yeah. I saw Willow Smith play one of these.
Really?
Yeah. And I was like, oh, Ken, look at this, man. Willow Smith is playing one of your guitars somewhere live. And I love the shape of this. It's just such a cool new shape.
I vaguely remember the original one was much more angular. Like, so they've contoured all the edges to give it a more Fender-y kind of vibe. Oh, maybe they have.
Yeah. I think this is just a brand new model.
I'm just searching on the website for Reverend Corgan. No, there's no. That's the only Billy Corgan now. Two different colours. One called
silver,
metallic silver freeze, and the other called midnight black.
Yeah, I think the silver. I like the anodized guard. I like the way they designed it.
This is his third collaboration with Reverend. I thought it was the second one, but it's his third one. So we've got Railhammer pickups. We've got roasted maple necks. We've got lock-in tuners. So I guess it's just the artwork on the covers then that's specific to Billy Corgan.
Yeah, I love it.
You'll have to get a super close-up of that.
Yeah, what a cool shape this is, man. I like it a lot. Little bit of thing in here, contours there, recessed cavity plate. And I love that shape. It's just how it goes up. Like
you've got to be a real Smashing Pumpkins fan here. They're talking about newly designed Railhammer pickups which deliver greater output and depth. They've been optimized for energetic Smashing Pumpkins numbers like Geek ESA, Quiet, Jelly Belly, and Zero. This is a chambered alder body, so I'm guessing it's lightweight, is it?
Yeah, it's relatively lightweight, yeah.
And then we've got the aluminium pick guard, which is there just to give it a sort of futuristic sort of look. Roasted maple neck, the locking tuners. Bass contour again. Treble bleed circuit. And a pure tone jack. Apparently, I think actually all Reverend guitars have that.
I love that design.
But yeah, it's very kind of traditional Fendery sort of scale length and vibe to
25,
the neck. 25.5 inch thing. Okay. Scale length, yes. That was the word I was looking for. And strung with Pete Honore approved 10 to 46 gauge strings. Yeah, give us some tones. These apparently are humbuckers, so even though they look
I could tell that there's definitely a fatter. Okay, so you got the 3 volume here, and that one is your bass.
So that's 2 separate volumes.
This is
not
volume
and tone.
Tone. Bass roll off.
Got it.
3-way selector. 1, 2, 3.
Got it.
Yeah. All the positions
you play,
I need.
No. Maybe Siamese. No.
Definitely fatter,
Big
but
sound.
It's great sound, man.
He's a big fuzz man, isn't he? Let's hear some fuzz.
I'm rolling that off.
Big thing.
Putting bass on. What a sound! I was swore
That was a walling sound.
full bass line.
It just needs some massive Strymon cloudburst underneath it.
This is great, man.
Anyway.
What a sound it is. But you can definitely tell that the pickups are different and these are much fatter. I like this guitar.
Well, I'm pleased. Do you know what? I really like the shape of it. So look, that's it. Little
that was a cloud.
Welcome
fallout
to
cloud, by the way. So it's a fallout cloud.
Thorpey fallout cloud.
Yeah.
Well, there you are. Welcome to 2023, Reverend. And yeah, if you like guitars and you're just looking for something that's maybe not another Fender or not another Gibson, but you don't want to go kind of all pointy and modern, go check out the Reverend range. They sit very much in that sort of, a little bit off the wall, but kind of cool, vintagey vibe guitar range.
And they sit great on your lap too.
Not crazy expensive either. Sort of about, I think the crosscuts will give you change out of £1,000 and the Billy Corgans won't, but they're all roughly in that sort of ballpark.
I like it. I'm a fan.
Good man.
Been a fan.
All right.
There we go.
Thank you very much. Catch you in the next video.
Please like and subscribe.